everyone, welcome to Del's Kitchen. This is my beautiful daughter Ari.
Hi.
And as we know that we are all in isolation, doing our bit by staying at home, so I thought why not include family? And she's a great cook, so what are we going to make today, Ari?
We are making prawn and chorizo paella.
Indian style,
of course.
I'm going to use fresh chorizo, and this is exactly how it looks. I'll show you exactly what I do in a minute. You could, if you don't get this, you could also use the iberico chorizo that you get in supermarkets. This is Polish bacon, which I swear by is the best. Or you can just use regular bacon. Or if you don't eat pork, you can substitute this with chicken, but keep the prawns because that's where the flavor is. Okay, I am marinating king-size prawns, 1 kilo of it, with a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. I've already put some salt in. Ari, would you mind putting 2 whole teaspoons of magic masala for me, please?
Whole thing, Mom.
So let's keep this aside. I've also got 3 cups of rice soaking in water, which we will need when we make the paella. So shall we start with the paella, Ari? I just want to show you exactly what I do with the chorizos. They come like this, and this is where your kitchen scissor is best utilized. Just snip them out. Just with the help of your scissor and your fingers, just kind of get the skin out, because you don't really need the skin, and it will release the chorizo oil into the pan once you start cooking them. So it's a unanimous decision that we want more meat in the paella by everyone. So this is the iberico sausage, it's a dry one. I've got the fresh one as well. I'm just going to snip the threads off. And here we go, just de-skinning this as well. I don't think I'm going to use all of it, otherwise it might just be overpowered by chorizo and we might lose the prawn flavor. So I'll probably use half of this. De-seeding a green pepper kind of gives a great flavor to the chorizo. So if you check, the onions have browned, they've caramelized a bit. I'm first going to add the prawns, which have been marinating with the magic masala, and if you can marinate these for at least an hour, it will really be great. There goes the prawns with the ginger garlic paste, salt and the magic masala. It don't really take very long to cook, but what I'm doing is essentially just turning them around in the onion mix. I'm going to take them off the heat pretty soon to keep them in the end once the paella is ready. So the prawns are pretty much done. I am just getting a plate and taking them out, keeping them aside. Okay, so the next stage of our paella is now to cook the chorizo with the pepper and then the rice. Got the prawns out. So if you've used 3 onions, then you practically need around 1.5 to 2 onions for this bit. I'm just gonna snip little pieces of the fresh chorizo into the pan, and this will slowly release the chorizo oil. As you can see, the chorizo has released the oil and it's kind of cooked. I'm now going to add the dry chorizo because it really doesn't need much cooking. I'm also going to add the green pepper with it. Give it a good stir. I like things spicy, so I'm going to add 3 chilies, finger chilies. If you don't like your food spicy, you don't need to do this step. We just thought that with the paella, because we like our aubergine a lot, we just marinate slices of aubergine with the magic masala. So this is exactly what I'm doing right now. And the trick is to just kind of cut thickish slices. Use the most oil, so look away if you can't bear it, but it's required. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 heaped teaspoon of the magic masala. Just kind of blend it in with the salt and the oil, and that's all the masala you need. Use the fork to kind of prick the slices so the masala actually goes in. Make sure that both the sides of your aubergine are covered in the spice. So back to the paella, while the aubergine is kind of soaking in the masala, we are going to get the rice in. So I've got the chorizo with the green pepper, and I'm using my basmati rice, which I've soaked for nearly an hour in water. Just going to keep all of that in. And we just need to kind of fry the grains of rice with the chorizo oil. If you can have a look, the rice is changing color to reddish orange. That's the paprika coming out of the chorizo. If you don't want to use chorizo and you're using chicken, then I suggest you just kind of marinate it also with magic masala and use more paprika if you like. The chorizo is already salted, so we have to go easy on the salt. This is primarily for the rice. So probably 1.5 teaspoons of rock salt should do the trick. Your potatoes, and I'm being very choosy not to use them because of food being so difficult at this time to get, but you're welcome to use potatoes in your paella as well. Time to put the water in, and I've got hot boiling water from the kettle, and I'm using the same cup for measurement purposes what I used to measure the rice. So I got 3 cups of rice. I will use nearly 6 cups of water, and this is hot boiling water. So this is absorption method, as you can see, so you have to be very precise. I just happen to have a tomato, so I'm going to keep a tomato. You don't really need one, but it will just kind of give it a little bit of body. And I'm also kind of chopping onion flower, which is essentially like a spring onion, to use as a garnish along with some coriander leaves later once it's done. So now that the rice and the water is boiling, Ari, would you mind putting the lid on for me? Make sure you use a saucepan with a nice lid, a glass lid, so you can see what's happening, because although it's on high right now, we will need to turn it down once it really steams up. So this should take 10 to 12 minutes. When the rice is done, you will see. So while the rice cooks on this hob, I'm going to fry the aubergine in a non-stick frying pan. I'm not keeping any oil because, as you've seen, there's been plenty on the aubergine. And I'm just gonna keep them in the frying pan and slowly let them cook. Okay, so I've given it a good 3 minutes on one side, and time to flip these over. As you can see, they're still a bit hard. They actually have to soften to the point you can see the oil being released from each slice. Our aubergine is cooking in a frying pan. Our rice is nearly done. If you come closer, let me show you. You can see very little water left, and this is exactly how we want it, because now the cooked prawns will go in, and I'm not gonna stir them in. I'm just gonna lay them on the top, just so the flavor seeps into the rice. You shut the lid again, give it maybe another 3 to 4 minutes and shut it and leave it to stand for half an hour at least. Okay. The aubergine is ready now. If you have a look, when you press it down, they're soft and you can see the oil being released, so you know they are kind of cooked. Ideally, I want this a little bit more brown. Aubergine is ready and Ari is just getting it out in the plate. I'm cutting half a bunch of coriander to keep on the paella once it's cooked. So now I can safely shut the hob and let the paella stand while we do the aubergine, the garnish, and get it all plated generously over the aubergine. Okay, time for the truth. Here we go. Whatever juice you have of the one and a little bit more, half of the lemon. And for the garnish, onion flour going in. I'm just gonna leave a little bit for the garnish. But it smells great, folks. Please make this. This is so hearty and comforting. Time to bowl it up like chefs do. So this is what I do. I have to tip the bowl over in the plate. And I've been lucky each time. Let's see if it happens this time round. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. Oh my god, thank God for that. A little bit of garnish. Here we have it. This is our final dish, and it's King Prawn and Chorizo Paella
with fried aubergine on the side.
Time for the taste test. You ready, Ari?
Oh yeah.
This is the aubergine. One for you.
So good.
I'm dying to eat the prawn.
Oh yeah.
One for you.
That's so far.
This is an awesome dish to make. It was easy. It's flavoursome. Let's go for the rice. Reminds me of the days when she was small and I used to feed her. Don't you think this was really simple to make?
Yeah.
Do you think you can make this at uni?
I think even I could make it.
Not
That's
saying
saying
they can make
something.
it. Yeah, I believe. But I think all they need is this, right? The magic ingredient. Trust me, guys, it's worth it. Please come back for more. Bye.